I wanted to go the life engagement route. And so I started in sales and started doing a bunch of stuff in that realm, and I started studying everybody. I mean, there's probably nothing new under the sun now after I read thousands and thousands of books. You know, those of you that know me, I read 650 pages a week. I read 900 words a minute. I'm just consumed with information. I got lots of stuff in here, lots of information, but the main reason that I do all this stuff is I want to make life successful. I want to make life successful, of course, for myself, but for other people too. And so I'm going to be teaching you over the next few weeks this thing called hacking your life. How to get the girl, how to get the job, how to negotiate a deal, how to win every argument, how to win in life. It's just there's principles and ways that you can win in every single arena. So I'm going to show you what those are. I'm going to give you these little nuggets. It's amazing how the paradigm of the impoverished continue to keep them in the place that they are. And it's the paradigm of the wealthy and successful that gets them where they are. So I'm going to give you some paradigms. I'm going to give you some thoughts. I'm going to give you the most powerful. I'm going to start off with the most powerful phrase that you can possibly ever learn. In hacking your life, in relationships, the number one most important thing that you can learn is to engage a person on a level to help them understand what you're saying, to help them engage with you. And the best way to do that is with this little phrase. Now, it's important to understand that you're not going to be a person that's apologetic. It's not the person who's always saying, oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry for this, I'm sorry for that. You don't want to be the kind of person who's so apologetic that you lose power in the engagement, you lose power in the relationship. It's very common for a Southern girl to be trained by her Southern mom. You know, the Southern Georgia girl, she starts and ends all of her sentences with, I'm sorry. She doesn't, I don't want to offend you, I'm sorry. You don't want to do that. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about begging for someone's forgiveness for every single thing that you say. But I am saying that you can realign the conversation, you can realign the sentence with a phrase like, I'm sorry. And here's a couple different scenarios. Someone says something that you just said something and they disagreed with you and they come back with a different response. And you can tell that the hair starts standing up in the back of your neck or on there, and you start feeling a little bit of friction. You want to get this phrase in as quickly as possible. You're like, I'm sorry, I don't understand what you're saying. Or, I'm sorry, I must have said that wrong. There's an interesting tone that happens because it's so rare that people get apologized or people admit that they're wrong in our society. It's very powerful to be able to use this tool and this beautiful term because you're saying, I'm sorry, I didn't understand what you said. Or, I'm sorry, I think I might have phrased something wrong because it sounds like you didn't understand. So if you don't mind, can I rephrase that? And what's amazing is their defenses go down. You can see their arms go down. They start to relax. I'm sorry is a powerful, powerful term. So start using that whenever you start to sense even the slightest bit of friction in a relationship or in a conversation, or if you're trying to sell something and you start sensing some resistance. Try the I'm sorry term before you start the next phrase, because it'll actually help you be able to rephrase it. One of the things that you can do too is not just to rephrase yourself, but I'm sorry, I don't think I understood you. Do you mind if I ask you a question? That is a powerful way, because what happens with that person is you are aligning yourself in a way that you want to understand them. This person's level of patience increases, their level of empathy increases, their desire to learn back from you increases. It's such a powerful thing for you to say, I'm sorry, I don't think I understood you correctly. Forgive me. Could I ask you a question? And they're like, oh yeah, sure. It's amazing how you can resolve almost all of your conflicts in the beginning if you just change the way that you phrase the disagreement. Now, tomorrow I'm going to talk to you about how to influence people, how to get anybody to like you within 10 minutes. I use that word anybody in kind of an extreme term, because there's just some people who are not going to like your personality. But you can win the favor of most people in less than 10 minutes, and it's such a cool hack. Wait till you see tomorrow's hack. It's going to be beautiful. So find me online. I got some really cool stuff going on. You should see all the new web pages we got, the new live events coming up in LA. Just a lot of really cool stuff. So if you go to YouTube and go to Bill Ebert, just find me and subscribe to that channel. You'll be able to see all the new stuff. I got some new web pages coming out. I got some new free videos coming out. Get your friends to come to this event. I'd love to fill up my Periscope as quickly as possible. So Use that phrase. Watch how powerful it is. And tomorrow's hack, wait till you see that one. See you guys tomorrow.